will be challenged tonight.
The word champion represents hard work, dedication, and the ability to say you're better than the rest. Terry Norris knows this feeling, and so does Vincent Pettway. For all, the winner one step closer to reestablishing himself as the best. Why work so hard?
Punch it. I go to work.
It's all he can think about, even through 10 rounds and 3 partners of sparring. Training at an elevation of 3,500 feet, the fighter squadron camp for 10 years, simply to be Ambassador Pettway, the former junior middleweight champion, and he is primed, says he is focused to do the job tonight. We'll see. Barry Tompkins and Bobby Ches will rejoin us with the call from ringside for our main event tonight. Pettway and Norris coming up after this.
Quite so exciting because with the power.
Actually, their weight, Norris.
No contest with 30, the current IBF junior.
That way, in a counter-punching role.
On our last fight card.
Chance, but right now it's with an offensive-minded stance. To the boxing, it got the better of him, especially in
54-pound maximum of the super welterweight or junior middleweight, call it what you will. 151 and 150.
Or the maximum seems to be around 150, 151.
Either man scored.
Decent shots that Pettway had got in a little while. He's heating up just a little bit. Very.
And a quick right hand, and down goes Pettway.
Right hand, left hook, they could be very comparable. You know what? There was a floor already and got hit on top of the head. So you see him trip, his foot just got underneath him, and that's a half a push.
Head where you can't take a real good shot. And right on top of the head and you drop it.
10-8 round. The suspect should.
Factor. He's a little too strong for Pettway, and he's getting home with some shots. Although, again, Pettway unloading with some shots. Terry taking them very well, but
the best of the fight for him. And a good left hand by Norris. Norris starting to establish. Coming down toward one.
Wants to force the action. He forces it when he wants to sit back and rest. He's allowed to rest. And again, that strength is the biggest key. Power in both hands and that strength.
Good body shot and a left uppercut by Norris, doing his best work when he's got Pettway against the ropes.
Right hand over your face with a good
combination, but
doesn't seem to be in trouble, and he steps warrior attitude and machoism. There you see nice combination of right hand by Pettway, and he comes back with a left hook and another right hand. Pretty.
Third round. For you and I, Bobby, this is uncharted waters. We've never gone 3 rounds.
I like it, yeah. This can be lights out.
And a left hand from Norris, and down goes Pettway. And this time he is hurt. This is what Pettway said.
You know, the back of the head's not legal. The top of the head, the sides are legal. The back of the head is not legal.
Another good right hand by Norris. Norris trying to jump right on, a little bit wobbly. Norris missed a right hand, scored to the left.
Under him. Right here's where Terry could get a little careless and not watch his P's and Q's and get hit himself. But he is all over Vincent Pettway right now. This fight could be over.
Good right hand forced Pettway. Last one, however, was not in that category.
He's still not 100% clear, but he's better. He just lands a good straight right hand. Another one on Terry. Terry's legs come out from under him.
Still 38.
Both hands of both fighters, and nothing exciting.
Pettway cannot afford to get too brave here, however.
Right hook.
Pettway has gotten himself in all kinds of trouble when he's gotten on the ropes.
A little bit, but he's digging with shots inside. He lands a nice right hand, but there's the left hook. That's almost on the side slash back of the head.
Are we trading it? I guess it was just a little shot on top of the head.
Stone times it off the ropes, the left hook and the right hand. And you see there, Terry buck.
Round 4, both men have. Pettway has been down twice. He does have that ability. He hurt Norris in the last round.
He used that double jab in the right hand because if he walks into it, once again, with that questionable durability, well, now you have a little cat and mouse.
That's That's a push. I don't believe that's a knockdown. It is inside of 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining here in round.
Norris is key here. He's that way. It's almost a nervous anxiety, almost an afraid.
Norris has respect for a good shot. He's not being quite as aggressive. End of round number 4. And
here you see a replay to slip. He throws the right hand and Pettway ducks under and just kind of.
WBC and Pettway at 151. So.
All right, then I'll take
pounds. You see, he doesn't walk around it much more.
He wants Pernell Whitaker, and he said he'd meet him at 47. He has no problem with that. And here's Team. See, I can be just as good at lightweight as I can as a heavy in the 154-pound division. What I think he's doing, because he's been known to be very absorbed while waiting.
Enough to keep. Pettway tried to counter with the right.
That little rocking rhythm. Hands at will.
Pettway acting like he's hurt.
Throughout the fight with Vaden. And there he throws a nice counter combination.
Pettway looks a little bit like the starch has just gone out of him.
You know, when you get hit a lot and you get hit all too much, that can happen.
Norris starting to establish
assaults, and that's what he's got to do. See what Pettway does with it. When he gets into that, that's the way of coming forward. He is dangerous.
And working off the jab for a while, he had to whack guys out. We talked about what brung him, if you will, and that is being a good box taker.
Yeah, Terry's just as good as a one-round knockout all night, but stay with this and not go back to slow. Now, because of the questionable, you know, it's one of those things where I just don't believe he has one of the better.
Doing things that give him, may not all be a pretty picture, but he's getting the job done very efficiently.
If you hurt him, he'll want to come take a step back and relax.
Now Pettway just can't find him, and when he does,
a lot of punishment. He's got a big lead.
He feels a 12-round decision that looks exact driving the bus series.
Different fighters, when we get no losses with 100 to the 100-0 has to take.
Just kind of sitting back and watching into this fight.
Sometimes they change what their best suited.
And then at some point, Pettway is going to have to. Norris working the jab very fast.
Took place at the Vaden fight with Terry Norris. I thought that Paul Vaden come together. It's an awful lot of punishment you need to get away from.
He's got a snapping jab that actually is going to get a little bit restless, but I believe Norris is doing what he has to do, and he's not a popularity contest right at the head for the end of round number 7. Vincent Pettway will be presented. He is the of a title.
Yeah, and I have to fight 70.
That was in the 3rd.
Get Terry out of his rhythm.
Norris's corner, they said, just keep box shot by Norris. Norris has always been a very effective body puncher.
Sees it up well. He goes to the body, comes the job done.
Unify this thing completely, or do you think he's going to go for bigger?
Talk to him about it. He said he wants to unify. It's not best around, and Pernell Whitaker dead in his sights.
Up and trying to get up to the 160.
If he and Roy Jones fought at 160, I'd love to see the fight. It's a great fight. Roy Jones blazing speed, pound for pound. Maybe number 2, maybe number 1 in the world with Pernell Whitaker. He also has great power generated by that speed. Reflexes that are great dollars to watch.
Now, I know you want to see Roy Jones fight somebody.
But I need to see him fight at Nigel Benn or Terry Norris.
Corner, now Pettway just trying to get off the ropes. Can't do it, took a left to the
body. And I'll tell you what, that is painful.
It's over. Terry Norris, I thought just...
Pettway's got his hands up. He throws a shot and doesn't get it back, and he just digs it right in. You can see it. And I know I've been hit with those shots. I know how it feels from overhead. He digs right underneath, gets good bend in his legs, and lands it clean. No partial shot, and sinks in. Oh, it is devastating. Here's a great angle to look at it. Right under it. That is so painful, I cannot even communicate to the people at home.
And you can see it in Pettway's face. He was done.
Full knockout, retaining his...